Wildfire. A powerful and natural force of nature that has been burning long before we began to inhabit the lands. In its essence, it is like a wild burning beast that can destroy everything in its path. It can burn across whole mountain ranges, raze forests to the ground, lay siege to towns, and burn for months on end. Yet wildfire has a crucial role in our ecosystem. It gives birth to new life. In the hands of man, fire has become a tool for evolution. However, if not managed carefully, this can quickly become a tool of destruction. Every year in the Western Cape province of South Africa, man and fire meet head to head, all too often dancing the dance between life and death. The increasing frequency and intensity of wildfires we are experiencing has led to major socio-economic and environmental loss. Large numbers of properties, swathes of agricultural land, species of flora and both human and animal life are all impacted to greater and greater degrees. As man has chosen to live amongst the very fuel load that wildfire thrives on, we find ourselves at the center of this ever-increasing problem. There are three major contributing factors to the wildfire problem in the Western Cape. Climate change is driving the province into extreme weather conditions. In 2018, we experienced the worst drought in over a century. As with the global trend, our temperatures are increasing each decade and wildfire season is becoming longer and longer. Urban sprawl has led to a large increase in human population living on the wildland-urban interface. As nearly 90% of wildfires are ignited by man in the metropolitan areas, we are seeing more frequent and destructive fires occurring close to heavily populated areas. A recent analysis of ignitions on Table Mountain National Park indicate the drastic change over the past few years, with 2015 seeing 128 ignitions in a single season. The aesthetic appeal for the many to live in and amongst the tree-covered landscape has catalyzed the risk to both fire starting and spreading. We also seem to be losing the war against alien invasive plant species. Many of these species are highly aggressive and grow back more swiftly than our indigenous vegetation after wildfires. Growing in dense groups and being more woody means that they burn for longer at much higher temperatures, destroying the seed banks of indigenous species. The impacts of the above factors are often underestimated, as loss to agriculture, property, and environmental ecosystems are often poorly reported. There is a misconception that because we don't have large-scale fires as frequently as the United States, that we don't incur huge losses. Fighting wildfires is costly. For 1 hour of aerial support, a Bell UH-1 will cost 30,000 Rand, a spotter plane 9,000, and an AT-802 bomber aircraft 40,000, when you include the ground teams, support vehicles, emergency personnel, and management staff. In one afternoon, a small fire that poses major threat to an urban district and uses all resources will cost around 400,000 Rand. When compared to the Western Cape's annual budget for awareness material of 1.2 million Rand, a huge disparity is seen between the amount of money we spend on prevention versus suppression. The Western Cape has progressed tremendously over the past century, incorporating new technologies and introducing an advanced integrated fire management system. Fire suppression has always been our biggest expenditure, and it is a crucial aspect of combating wildfires. However, we need to shift towards an attitude of integrated fire management rather than firefighting or suppression, one that manages and guides a wildfire around communities and assets, rather than always having to stop it. This is achievable through proactive and sustainable prevention and awareness programs. Focusing on these will allow us to mitigate the greater fire risks, resulting in less danger of loss of life and property when a wildfire does occur. We are not going to stop wildfires, but we can reduce their risks and manage them.